You know what they say, don't touch sensitive Susie. Indeed. So anyway, I just wondered, are you interested in a helicopter flight to join me and 2 other people?
Where to?
Well, the plan is, well, I'm just looking for anybody, actually, anyone that can join. I mean, it doesn't have to be you. It could be you. But the plan is to fly early in the morning from Leeds, go down to Poole, and then we'll transfer to a yacht, have lunch, before flying to Jersey just for a little bit, return back to Poole, have an evening meal, and then we'll fly back to Leeds, get there about 10:30. If you're interested, if anyone's interested, come join us.
Yeah, sure. Why? What?
Preferably preferably someone that owns a yacht and a helicopter. Otherwise, we can't go.
Oh, I see. I did wonder what the heck you were talking about because I didn't even notice you were recording.
Well, it's just it's the sort of thing I threw out there. You know me, Malcolm. You know, I fancy a day out. Let's do something exciting.
I was excited. I was looking at my calendar, thinking, "Yeah, I can do next Tuesday. Let's go." Well, nice to be invited to somewhere like that.
I'll let you know if anyone gives us a shout.
Yeah.
But, anyway. Here we are. It's Friday the 21st as we record this. The reason I've used the date will become obvious in a little while. But it's the first chance we've had to sit down and have a natter in it, really, after what would seem to be a relatively quiet weekend, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Didn't really do much, did we?
God, no, did we not?
No.
So, yes, this weekend just gone is was the 48-48 Global Challenge that we do to raise Model Officers Mess Facebook group and his friends and the community to raise a bit of money for Models for Heroes, the charity in the UK. And what a blast. What an absolute blast. We've broken records all over the place, I've got to be honest. They won't let us back in the record shop.
like a bull in a china shop, but more like a fundraiser in a record shop, like a fundraiser in HMV. No, they don't sell records. Do they sell records? Anyway, crikey. Yes, it was great. Lots of things were broken. Lots of aerials were snapped.
Aerials were snapped. PE was lost. Carpet Monster was massively happy with quite a few people I noticed during the stream. Where they were busy munching on all sorts of parts.
Yeah, I finished my model as well. I'm very happy about.
You did?
I finished it late, but nobody was counting or telling me off, so that was fine. But I finished it late on the Sunday. That's good. I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of it. And then I took a photograph of it.
Okay, like that, right?
Yeah. You know, when you go, I'll take some photographs for the reveal album, and I put them together, and oh my gosh, I don't know. I can't see the bad painting with my naked eye, but when I go to zoom my camera in and have a look, it looks like I've painted it with a 2-inch brush. It looks like a painter's radio. It just is an absolute mess, and it's embarrassing. But further away, it looks great.
Well, luckily, if you hold it up to the camera, the listeners will be able to see it in audio, so they'll think it's amazing.
It's my camera. I'm, and so you can see it if you're watching on the YouTubes.
Yes, that was completely unplanned. You know what? That looks great. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, no, but it's not. It's out of focus and it's far away. Look at that. Look at that. What the hell is that on his side of his leg? That wasn't there before. And look, the fingers. Look at the fingers. Oh my god, they're like sausages. Yeah. And what is
big
that?
hands.
That blob of white that I've put on the fuel tank. What's that? Anyway. Yeah.
Holy
But
critical.
yeah,
I think it's great. It
looks great.
So just for those that are watching on the audio channel, what was it you actually built?
It was the 48 scale Tamiya motorbike and sidecar, and I went for the option that was the 24th Panzer Division one, not the yellowy deserty one. So this is Germans, and yeah, it's really good. I loved it. I love doing it. It was really fun.
It was a great choice. I'll be honest.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, I did that. I think I did that the year before. But yeah, you mounted it on a thimble, I noticed.
A thimble? Yeah. Well, no, it's more like an upside down cup, I guess, made of wood. But it's not a cup. Underneath it's got velvet. Look.
Oh, look at that.
I got it from Oakwood Studios, I think, when I was at the Fen model show. And it was holding another model on top of it, but I didn't glue it down, so I had complete use of this. But now I've put desert on it, so
knackered it
or mud, so it fits on it. So it's now the choice. Sorry, the motorbike of choice is on the plinth. Yeah, I like doing that. I like kind of getting the plinth and then putting just the kind of ground effect in the center.
Yeah,
it's been grabbed out. You know, those big diggers with the big grabby grabs. It comes down and grabs the vehicle and the ground and plonks it on something pretty. That's what I can imagine. I don't know if you remember my winter tank. I can't remember what the tank was now.
Yes, I remember which one you mean. Yes.
Yeah, I can't remember the
same sort of thing.
Yeah, that was a 48 scale.
I got Scheinhorst in my head, but I know it's not the Scheinhorst.
Scheinhorst? No.
Yeah, that's a ship, isn't it? The Scheinhorst. I don't know.
I don't know. It's a tank. It's got a weapon on it, right? It's armor. It's a propelled artillery. I don't know what, but yeah, I like that idea of picking it up and just kind of plonking it on top. So that was cool. So I really loved that. Absolutely loved it. But so that's done, and I can work on other things that I have to do.
Well, I'm very pleased to say that one of the records that were broken was my build. I managed to complete my build within 46 minutes, which I thought was quite amazing.
Oh, the box.
So yeah, I did a box frame. That was my kit, and then inside the box frame, we asked the audience, or I asked the audience, for lots of suggestions, which they did. They were very helpful, and I then ignored most of them, but I took elements out of it all, which is the idea.
Yeah.
So that was quite cool. And then I did do some figures as well. And there is a purpose behind the whole thing. So if you are watching on YouTube land, I will show you what I mean. Once my camera kicks in. Hello. I wasn't ready. I'm so sorry. Technical issues.
Shocking.
Oh, honestly, you'd think I'd know how to do this by now, wouldn't you? It's been long enough.
Well, the people who are listening who aren't watching, they wouldn't have a clue. So we could just carry on regardless.
Yeah, well, I'm going to pretend it all went smoothly, and but they know me well enough to know that would be a lie anyway. Anyway, what I'm showing to the camera, that now it's working, is the box frame itself, and inside the box frame is a little diorama, which is a setting, if you like. So it's actually the back wall or a wall of a church with some stained glass windows, a little bit of foliage growing up it, etc. Now, I did all of that.
Buttress.
It's all carved out of
buttress.
With a buttress. Yes, I did put a butt in there as well. This was all carved and painted and manipulated during the 48 hours. And the idea being is I've actually got 5 figures, of which I won't show you up closely because you won't be able to see it on the radio, but they're not 100% finished because I that wasn't my goal. But what I decided I would do about 4 hours before we finished was I'm actually going to auction this for people. So what I've got to do is I've got to take some pictures, some beauty shots. I'm going to finish the figures, take some pictures of the figures, and then I'm going to say to somebody, or we're doing an auction. Sorry, we're going to do an auction, and whoever wins the piece can choose what figures they want in it. So it's the reason for that is then I feel it makes the person that wins the bidding has an input into the story that they may want to tell when it's hanging on the wall, because it is a picture frame. It will go nicely up on the wall. So that was my idea anyway. It's just something a little bit different than the norm. But obviously one of the things in which we did do during I am multitasking. During the 48 and 48 is we chose a couple of kits in which we nominated as the build, if you wanted to, out of the box, which was really open. It was a subject really more than anything else. It was a manufacturer of Airfix with the submarine Spitfire in 148th, and then Tamiya with the 148th Sherman. You could build either of those out of the box, or if you wanted to, you could do a big mashup and build something completely different.
And there were loads,
wasn't it? That was a good success. I really enjoyed that. Even had Dal on the stream, which just blew me away. Thank you for that, Dal. And he was saying that he didn't know whether it was linked, but he had done a bundle around just before the event of Spitfires and 148th aircraft, and he kept running out of Spitfires and had to change the bundle. So hopefully you guys, the people that have got involved with the event, made that happen and made Dale stress a little over his promotion, which it wasn't intentional, but it was good thing to know.
Nice idea if that was the case, but I very much doubt it.
I doubt it too, but it would be wonderful to think that we had some input into it. So
you can imagine them sitting there at the distribution desk going, what's happening? Why is there this huge anomaly? Why is suddenly everybody's buying Spitfires? I don't understand why everybody in the world is buying Spitfires all of a sudden.
Or either that or someone up the top of the tree going, see, I told you Spitfires sell.
More Spitfires. Yeah, that would be lovely, wouldn't it?
It would. And as I said during the event, Dale and I had a conversation about the possibilities of. Sorry, my noise, my voice has changed a bit. I'm just doing something at the same time. If we could do something in which we could link it all together, would be wonderful. And we kicked the idea around a little bit and decided that it was quite an impossible request on my part. So, but that doesn't mean the idea is dead. It just means we're going to go away and think about it a bit more and maybe find some other way around it. So, so watch this space. We super excited for next year already.
Next year. See what happens. Go on.
No, please go on.
We had some comments from the last episode that we should read out.
Oh, did we? Yeah.
Unless you want to talk about 48 and 48 anymore.
No, not especially. I think it was pretty. Everything was pretty cool. I don't have a figure to tell you exactly what we raised. It's north of £10,000, which was our target. I suspect there'll be quite a few raised eyebrows and surprised faces once we finally counted all the copper, because there's a big pile of copper over in the corner there that the wife and the mother-in-law are still counting. They've been there for 3 days, bless them, but they're still going. I did feed them every now and again.
If you're listening and you were a part of the 48, thank you for helping. Thank you for organising. Thank you for sponsoring, donating, taking part, everything. It all means a lot to a lot of people. So well done. the comments that we got. So Mr. John Mayfield, who will be very excited to just now hear his name, says on our last episode, he says, note to self, always double and triple check any information James gives you before printing any decals for him. Yeah, he's never going to let that go, is he?
I'll be honest with you, I don't really understand why he's made the comment he has, but
no.
I think that's down to the fact he may have accidentally made a mistake when he wrote down the details. But
yes, well, it's good. It's good. It's good that he's remembered that. So next time
he's taken ownership, and I think we all must recognise the fact that when we hello, why is that doing that? Should be doing that yet. I just got all excited and went in front of myself.
It's got full screen as well.
What?
What are you doing?
Sorry, hang on. Get the gremlins back in the box. There we go. Yeah, no, it's good that he's taken ownership of it, and I think that he's an example to us all when we make an error. We are human after all, and we should just take ownership of it and be proud. So, well done,
it sounds
John.
like an apology to me.
Oh, did you take it as an apology?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you might be right.
Also, other comments are available. We had. You have to bear with me now.
See, Gremlins got to your side now.
You should write this down, the date, it's the time, so that you can edit this out.
It's not a problem.
I had it all right in front of me.
It was there in front of you.
Yeah, it was in front of me, and then now it's not in front of me. Okay, so the comments that we had are Salisbury Model Centre said, thanks for the shout out. Anyone know where I can get a trophy cabinet? That was in reference to his Model Shop of the Year 2025 win.
He's got a big window he can put it in.
He does, yes, he does. I think he wants it inside. Oh. So you can see it all the time. And access it and polish it. Mick Horsley.
You're right, actually. Yeah, I've got to say, you're right, actually. If he sticks it in the window and sits there polishing it, it's not going to look good, is it? People are going to misinterpret what the shop is. Anyway.
I'm talking about the trophy, James. Mick Horsley. Mick Horsley says, listening this morning, and just as James gave a woohoo at the end of the Moosaroo Cup jingle, I dove above me. Sorry, no, I'll read that again. Listening to this, no, not listening to this morning. That's a TV show. Mick Horsley's written in. No, he hasn't. He's put a comment on the Facebook. Oh my God. Mick Horsley's put a comment on our Facebook, and he says he's listening this morning, and just as James gave a woohoo at the end of the Moosaroo Cup jingle, a dove above me also went woohoo. It made me giggle.
Yeah. Yeah. See, all the doves are, well, there's a lot of doves that are listeners, and we welcome them because we're an open club podcast. Well, I say that. What I mean by that is we'll take any listener. We don't care.
No, right. Even doves.
We need the figures.
Yeah, or pigeons.
Pigeons, yeah. Yeah, we're not.
Any hello to our avian friends.
Listeners. Mm-hmm.
Listeners, yeah. Speaking of Moosaroo Cup.
Yes. Sorry, I just got to share what's in my head. I just got a vision of all the crows in the tree just outside my window here, all flying off at the same time because they're super excited. Oh, they mentioned us. I told you they would. Oh dear. What are we doing? Oh yeah, the Moosaroo. That jingle there.
Yes.
Hello, darling.
Do you have a battery for this one?
No, I don't.
Look.
I don't have one. I know what it is. I tried to get one the other day. Is it dead now? I'll pop out and get one in a little bit.
Are you going to Tesco somewhere?
I wasn't, but I can go find something. But I'm just recording and all.
Before you go, can you tell you something? Yeah?
Okay. Right. Right. Ready?
Yeah. Did you want to pause it, or are you okay?
Cup. Moosaroo Cup.
Let's talk about the Moosaroo Cup. Boom.
So, the Moosaroo, which it is this weekend, isn't it? As we record this.
Yeah. The final judging will happen this weekend at Heritage Con in that there Canada. Yep. You want me to read out more, don't we? Yes.
We will do. Bear with me just 2 secs. So let's start again. The jingles come in, and you will say about the Moosaroo Cup, Malcolm.
Are you going to play the jingle, or have you played it?
Moosaroo Cup.
I'm doing it now.
Let's talk about the Moosaroo Cup. Boom. You know that usual eagle sound that people have when they see an eagle on a film? They go, it's really high pitched. I can't do that. That's what we should have added. I don't know why. Because it's birds, isn't it?
No. Yeah. Well, yeah, maybe okay, go. Yeah, so going on the avian. Yeah, no, we'll I'll tell you what, I'll reach out to them, see if they can make us a jingle.
Reach out to them. My people speak to your people. See if we can get a recording of an eagle.
Oh, we could play it for you if you like, because I could do that for you. So tell us about the Moosaroo Cup. It's this weekend, isn't it, Malcolm?
It is. It is happening in that there Canada. Oh, deja vu. IPMS Hamilton sponsors the Moosaroo Cup along with Lightspeed Global. It's a competition for all the podcasts that do scale model making chat, basically. And at Heritage Con in Canada, they will be judging it this weekend. Dun, dun, dun. So when people are listening to this, I think the result would have been out.
Yeah.
And my money is on the Model Geeks winning. Hands down. I put all my money. I stake my reputation on the Model Geeks winning it this one.
I was going to say to you, congratulations, but no, fair
Me,
enough.
No.
There is some phenomenal builds this year, without a doubt. I feel almost unworthy, so I'm glad I wasn't doing it this year. But it's people will use their imagination quite a lot. It just so happens that we're going to talk about it in a little bit more depth. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, there'll be some pictures and slides. For those of you who are listening, we'll explain as we go along. So bear with us.
Sure.
What was the kit, Malcolm, that you've got?
So I'm just going to say the website that you're showing is ipmshamilton.ca /Moosaroo Cup. If you type in IPMS Hamilton in Google, you'll find it. And they've got a little gallery. No doubt they'll have more information now this has actually happened. But they have a little gallery of what's going on. But the kit was the ICM Seehund in 1/72. The Seehund and the other one, which I can't remember, begins with B. The Bloomfeld or something. Boat. Yeah. Yes. You could choose one or t'other. I went for the Seehund. I think everybody did, didn't they? No,
Yeah. I think, to be honest, the Seehund is a much bulkier item out of the two.
Yeah.
The other one looks, the other one looks like a torpedo that's got a periscope, basically.
Yes.
Everyone
went for 22. Everyone did. The Scale Model Podcast went for like a Kraken attack underwater with kelp, giant kelp, and giant kraken. So if you think of the scale of that, so the mouth, well, the eye is probably about the size of a man, right, in that picture.
Mm-hmm.
What I think is the eyes, anyway, the front, the red things.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Fits well, doesn't it? Fits really well.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
Yeah.
The plastic model Mojo has picture there of a stranded sea hound, or it looks like it's stranded in that picture. But these pictures might be holding back something, I'm guessing.
Maybe. Well, if you've seen the photograph this is based on, it's basically a sea hound stuck in mud.
Okay.
From whether it's been recently recovered or if it's kind of taken in the 50s or the 40s or something, 1940s. I don't know, but it basically looks like that. He's done a great job with the mud. Looks brilliant. I mean, it's funny saying that. It's like he's got his awesome submarine sitting there, but good job on the mud.
Marks. No, it does look good. Don't get me wrong. On the bench, they did a sea hound on a trailer leaning up against a wall.
Yep.
Which it looks really, really good. I got to be honest.
Yeah.
It's very dusty.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly how it would be. I mean, I wonder where they got the extra parts for the trailer bit. I don't know if you can buy that then in a 1 second.
So I don't know whether it is what I think it is, but I did actually find a trailer set you could use with it, which is an additional purchase.
Okay, I see.
They may have scratch built it. May have. I don't know.
Well, that makes sense.
Certainly, you can get hold of them.
So the part of the rules was that these had to be not a diorama, a vignette, didn't they? They had to have something happening,
telling a story.
Yeah, they couldn't just be the submarine and that's it. It has to be something else. Modeling and Sanity podcast showing on screen now. They also went for a kraken giant squid attack. I wonder if it's the same model. Doesn't look like the same model.
No, I don't think it's the same. Don't know.
I mean, there can't be that many.
No, true.
True. I don't know whether these are 3D printed or you bought them. I don't know. I'm sure the Modeling and Sanity podcast will explain. Apologies for the sound of the Chinook going across, if you can hear that.
Oh no, it's okay. It adds to the drama of the pictures that we're showing, so don't worry.
Also, notice the torpedo as well is on that picture. One of the torpedoes is coming off. See that?
Yes.
So it's imminent that something bad's probably going to happen.
Yeah, it's not looking good for the crew, definitely.
Oh, there, right.
So our next one up is the Model Geeks podcast. Now, this is done by Tim Holland, I believe. And it is, I have to say, superb. I really like the way it's displayed. It's a sea hound on the surface with the sea effect, and in the distance is an airplane circling because it's spotted the sea hound, and it's just it's very, very clever.
The aircraft in the far back is really awesome. There's got some good pictures on there as well. I think they've got like a sunset photograph or something, or the moon going up or something like that on there, which looks really good. If you go further forward, they show like more photographs that have been submitted. Way forward, that is.
Okay, I'll go way forward in a minute, but let's just talk about yours. So obviously you've done the sea hound, and you've been incredibly clever in the fact that you've actually scratch built the whole interior as you think it would be, or as close as you can get it to what it actually was.
Using plans and images from the book and things like that about where bits are and how things are put together and what they kind of look like, and the colors as well as is from photographs that I've collected. It's basically in 3 compartments. So the front compartment is all battery. It's all battery. Just flat battery basically when it's on battery power, and then the rear compartment is made up of diesel engine. There's a bulkhead between each department, and then in the middle compartment is the people's where the periscope is, and that. So there's two people in there, and I just went with what was on the in the books. Basically, did some research and copied that, and then bits and pieces that I had laying around got stuck in there. There's one of the bulkheads is made with a brake disc, from a 1/24th scale car. There's a traffic light in there at the back, all sorts of bits and pieces. There's the top of a Y-wing from Star Wars in there as well, representing
is it really?
some of the pipes and stuff. Yeah, so I don't know if you want to switch my camera back over.
I can do. Bear with.
Yeah, I don't know if it will show on the camera though. Yeah, so is it going to show? Yeah, so no, that is the top of a 1/44 scale Y-wing.
There it is.
And
in lovely.
Yeah, and they use parts of that for the pipe work and the controls and things like that for inside the submarine. Don't tell anyone. There's also a traffic light as part of the engine at the back, and then the other side is normal. It just looks like a normal thing. As you know, resin was my downfall, and it was fine before that happened. So I think that's gonna knock me out of the game. Never mind. I wanted to win it.
Yeah, it's a shame, but I still think it's a good build. Should be happy with it. Built Sideways also did one which is very cleverly got both of the submarines in. They've got the Seahound on top and the other one next to it, which from that picture that's there, I'm not quite sure if it's submerged slightly or not, but they're basically heading towards somewhere or other.
Okay,
It's pretty cool.
It's nice. I know it's similar to the other one, but I think the water was better on the Model Geeks one.
Yeah, so the album's very clever because it's got the different podcasts, and then it'll give you a breakdown of a few more pictures of each entry because obviously you had to put in so many pictures, didn't you?
Yeah, I think it was a maximum of 6, I think.
Yeah.
So they basically put the slideshow up, and then people vote, I think, or they judge the photographs. I think that's how it works. So
yeah, they're all great entries, all of them. I think they all have something very different about them that makes them stand out. I wouldn't want to be the judge in that.
Well, I think the Model Geeks are going to take it. So, yeah, we'll see. You never know. I'll be wrong. I've been wrong before.
Indeed. Yeah. But yeah, well done. And I'm sorry that the resin experience wasn't 100% right. And I feel, like I said to you at the time, I felt a little bit guilty because you did send me a picture and go, "What do you think?" And I went, "Oh, you need to top that up a little bit more." And maybe that it was me that did that. I don't know. But hey. No.
It was I was the one that mixed the resin. I don't know why it was different. I still don't know why. I counted out the amount correctly. At least I thought I did. I didn't video it, so I couldn't check it. But it just didn't work that last one. Never mind. Live and learn. I've still got resin left over that I can ceremoniously destroy later. But, you need to finish your one, dude.
Yeah, I haven't finished mine yet. Yeah, how rude is that?
Very.
Yeah, it only needs a little bit of resin pouring.
Well, I don't know
Yeah,
anyone who knows how to do it, so tell us me.
Oh no, I'll give it a go. I'll do it eventually. I been concentrating on so many other bits and pieces. So
Sure, of course you have.
but it will be done.
Yeah.
I will do it. And I will put it up eventually. So I was just looking around, thinking to myself, when will I do it though?
Yeah, where is it?
Oh no,
yeah.
it's over there, just in that cupboard there. I'm pointing to.
Okay.
It's there. It's all set up, ready to be poured into. It's just got.
Well, it's a brilliant competition. It's really, really good. I can't wait for next year and to sit back and watch you squirm and struggle, and it's great.
Yeah,
It means we can have fun with it. It's good.
I think I'm right in saying this. I think I'm up against the Podfather next year, and the pressure is on because he said that they haven't won for a little while. So they're bringing the big guns in. Obviously, the Podfather's gonna just mince us all up. So.
There's only two of us.
And in fairness, we've never won, whereas they did win, and now they haven't. So. The pressure's on them more than us because it just for us it's just been a miracle. For them, it's expected. So
it would be a miracle and a lot of bribery.
I didn't want to mention the bribery, not this early on.
But no, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I loved being part of it. I loved being in the gang and sharing and documenting what was happening and how I was building it and all the fun and games that go along with model making. It goes wrong sometimes, and that is model making. It's part of the hobby.
Part of the joy of it. Absolutely. Yeah. And I've got to be honest, watching you build it, I can't recall another model you've done in the last 12 months in which you were so excited about doing.
Yeah, no, the interior was great fun.
Yeah,
the interior was absolutely brilliant. It's the most fun I've had building a model for a while. Really good fun because it's got nothing to lose. I didn't buy the kit; it turned up for free. So
absolutely, so it's only taking part that's the bit that's the hard part, and that's not really a task, is it? Let's be honest.
No, that's right.
It's a pleasure to be doing it. So yeah, hopefully we'll be invited back for next year, and they'll be gentle. The Lightspeed will be gentle with me and choose something that's not too off the wall. I don't know actually what. I'm not going to tempt fate and go, I would really like this. I don't think there is anything that I particularly would be excited about. So I'm looking forward to the surprise. I know the Podfather is hoping it's going to go down a certain avenue, which I won't mention. But he did mention it to me.
I think it might be a figure.
Well, yeah.
Don't know why. Just because I don't think they have done a figure. Well, apart from the Gundam, but that's not really a figure, is it? We'll see.
It is. It is, I'll
Some will disagree. What would you want it to be if you had the choice to choose this year? What would you want it to
honestly
be?
know. I don't honestly know what it would. But do you know what would excite me the most? Now, this would be a challenge for Lightspeed. Really, it's just a box of stuff. That would be fun. Just a box of random stuff. Make what you can from that.
Oh, okay.
God help me.
Whoops.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not being funny. They may well have a box of kits and stuff that they can't sell because there's bits missing or whatever.
Right. I'm with you.
That would be quite interesting. I think that would be quite challenging. But I don't think it'd be that. I really don't. So that's good. I've mentioned it. Got it out there because it won't happen. And
maybe a modern jet. That would be quite good.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't care. It's the honest truth. I don't care what it is because I'm going to be super excited about whatever they send. And super excited about how I could make it just completely not what it's meant to be by not following the instructions properly or the paint schemes, because that's how I roll.
Yeah. I think everybody went with the same scheme as well. Same model, same scheme.
Yeah, I think that would be the one thing I would suggest. Actually, is something that can be adapted, something that could be their own, or the challenge becomes make it different than the norm. I think that would be cool. I mean, a little bit like our group build we're doing on the Facebook page with the assembly ships. You know, okay, yeah, it's a B-17 or a B-24 or whatever, but they're all painted really weirdly. So it could be anything you want within reason. That would be nice. I think that would be pretty cool. And I think it would make it a little bit more, I wouldn't say a little bit more interesting, but maybe that's a bit rude. I don't mean it like that. It's just when you're looking at diverse, that was a really good word. Yeah, it certainly would make it that way. Because when you're looking at all the sea hoons and they're all painted really, really nicely, they're similar. So it'd be nice to be doing something that could have its own story, its own voice. But I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I'm going to be super excited, and I'm sure there's going to be lots of sitting down with my head between my knees, going, "Don't know what to do," and all that sort of stuff. And when I find out who I'm up against as well, which will just make it a lot easier for me to go, "Oh well, never mind," from the beginning. So yeah, it'd be fun. I'm really looking forward to it. So
I've just found the picture that go
go on.
The Model Geeks one. The picture of them with the moon in the background.
Okay, where did you see that?
I saw it. If you just keep on scrolling through all the photographs, you get to it. I've just shared it so you can pop it up. But the actual piece that they've made is called Contact Bearing 270.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know if I can zoom that in. No, I can't. But there you go. Have a look for that photograph. You can see the light in the background is the moon, and the aircraft is silhouetted.
I had seen that. I had.
Yeah, really cool. No, I can't make it bigger.
Strangely enough, I can't find it on.
Oh, it's in there. You just keep on going, and then it's just before the other photographs of just making conversations one.
Because I can't. Yeah, I got to a certain point when I was scrolling through. And it wouldn't let me scroll forward any further.
Oh, it's there.
I will pop the picture up in a way in which we can all see it a little bit better when I do some editing and stuff. So that's cool. No, I did see that, and it impressive.
Yeah,
just
brilliant.
Impressive. Mm-hmm. Well thought through subject. But
what's on the bench right now for you then? Now the 48 and 48's modelling is done. I know you're still very, very busy with the 48 and 48 finishing off, but what's going on the bench that you can tell us about? I know that you like to keep it.
I've got nothing on the bench that I can't tell you about, so that's handy. I've obviously got my little figures that I'm going to fiddle with a little bit more to make them a little bit more presentable or just happy with, so I can get that sorted. I've got the B-24, which is the assembly ship that I'm building. That's all buttoned up now, and we're pretty close actually to start putting the outer colours on of the beast. So that's pretty cool. I think I've got, if I remember correctly, I think I've got a turret or two to do. I think there's a couple of turrets or something to do, a bit of glass work and do the masts and all that sort of stuff before I can start painting it. But we're really, really close. So I would think if I'm really lucky, I might get that finished by the end of this month, if I'm lucky.
Okay.
But certainly no more than a couple of weeks into April. So yeah, that would be amazing, because that means I've actually finished several models this year already. It's outstanding. And then. Next up will be what is next up? Good question. Well presented. Next up is a Revell kit, actually.
Is it?
It is, yes. It is this one down here that's just by my leg. Not that leg, the other leg. It's this one. This is 1/24 Jaguar E-Type. We'll be having a play with that. Special reason I'm doing that. But yeah, that's next up on the bench, hopefully.
It's not the 1/8 one that went on the auction.
No. Oh my god, it's so big. Honestly.
Amazing.
Electric windows in it and everything. Couldn't believe it. But
crazy.
Yeah,
That was
it's enormous.
Yeah.
Well done to. I think it was John that won that in the auction. But yeah, so I think that's the next thing. And then what I will be playing with at some point. I'm hoping to start by about June-ish. Is my diorama base, because I'm not going to get the planes done without a doubt. But I'm hoping to start my diorama base for the Akaki aircraft carrier. So what that is if you remember way back when I was in hospital, I decided that I would do a recovery build, and stupidly went for the biggest thing ever in the world, and then toned myself down. So what that is, it's the Border Models Akaki flight deck in 1/35th with a with an airplane. I can't think which one it is, but my idea is not just to do that. I want to do a layer or two underneath. So it's going to be a long build.
Mm-hmm.
So my idea being is what I want to do is I want to start the base, and I'm hoping that I can build the base over about 12 months or so, because I think it's going to take that long. And then once I've done the base, then I'll do the aircraft to go on top of it or in it or whatever.
Okay.
So yeah, that will be. I'm going to start playing with that. I want to start playing with that by June. That's my plan.
Oh wow!
And there's a couple other things going on, but yeah, that's the plan. I've got a reasonable amount to do.
You got any?
What you got?
Right now, I'm now working on these Romanian BTRs.
Yes.
It's the Rubicon models one.
Mm-hmm.
These two babies, are great fun. If I switch my camera, you can see it. Move that nonsense out of the way. There's two of these essentially.
Oh wow, you've moved on with them.
Yeah, they haven't got the wheels on yet. Wheels are here. Yeah, so I contacted John and Ron about two of my friends who know these sort of things, but I wanted to know what sort of numbers they need to have on the side. The ones that come in the kit are just like 3 numbers in a row. But the ones that I saw on my research had 2 numbers, a letter, and then 2 numbers, and we worked out that that was the number of the battalion, and that letter would represent, like, I don't know, E could be electronic warfare or something. It's not, but it could be the section, and then this is the number of vehicles in that section. So so I've got a number 28, and then the other one, which is here, is number 26. Nice. So those two are going to be on a diorama together, going down a hill and going through some water. So I'm going to have to whip the resin out again, but only a little bit. I've just put a little bit of a gloss down just for the decals, and then I'm going to do the weathering soon once I've got the wheels on, and then start put a diorama base together. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. Great fun. Done it really. What I did is I primed it in black. You can see that's the prime underneath. And then what I did, instead of just base coating the whole thing in a sort of Russian-y green, I started just putting like you do with post shading.
Yeah.
I only painted the centers of it. If that makes sense. So I only painted the center of all the panels so that it gave you like a dark edge around most of the things. Yeah. Which I think worked quite nicely, actually.
Works really well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Gives it a bit of depth, gives it a bit of makes it look heavier and bigger than it is, Yeah. So absolutely. Yeah, that's my project currently. The next project, I don't know what it'll be. Probably the hobnob build for the Friends and Models for Heroes. They've got a hobnob build. We got to build something to do with the McVitie's hobnobs. Yes. My idea is to do, well, same idea as most people, is to do a cylindrical object or vehicle, and then just make that into a hobnob packet. So I've got I can reach it. Well, can you see that track there?
Yep, I can see that track.
So I've got a little bit of track, and what are these?
Oh, a bit of railway stock.
Railway stuff. Yes. So I'm gonna make that into a pack of biscuits, essentially.
Nice.
And then it'll be on the track. That might be it. I don't know. We'll see if I can't think of anything else clever. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. But so that's going to be a little pack of McVitie's biscuits for the table. And then after that, I don't know. After that, I've still got a load of my little Warlord bolt action dudes to do. I finished half of them, didn't I? Do you remember way back when?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Guys finished half of those, and I've got another half to do. So I might switch to those. I don't know. I could start one of my. Could start a new kit, couldn't I? I've got loads of projects in mind. Obviously, I've had a load of kits up here for quite some time. I've got 2 Red Arrow models, 148 ones that I want to turn into a big diorama one day. I've got loads of jet bikes that I want to turn into a big diorama one day. I've got the Kinetic Harrier, 2-seater one that I want to turn that into a pink Harrier.
Nice.
There's a story goes along with it. The French painted a Harrier up that was due to come back to the UK. Have you heard this before? Yeah. So I've got the actual Harrier. I'm going to paint it up exactly as the French did. I don't know. Well, it's an exciting time. The hobby is my oyster.
Yes, indeed. I mean, I got a few other bits and pieces that I need to do as well, but that'll go along with the inspiration box and stuff. So I won't talk about that. But
okay,
that's part of the reason for that diorama. Really, it gives me something that I can pick up and fiddle with to my heart's content when I've got a spare minute or two. It's going to take a long time, so there's no point in me rushing it.
What about those other, was it Devastators or the aircraft you were doing with all the flaps and air brakes and stuff?
So the Helldiver, the Helldiver's still up there. It's very close to finishing. I need to make the time to do those videos and get it done. And I've also got the 148 P47 that I was building with Carl that we've stalled on between us. Need to get that done at some point. So I've got a few other bits and pieces that need to be done. But like I say, I want to go back to the Taki for a minute. I've said that wrong, but anyway, there's a couple more kits that I need to get for the diorama. So that's another reason why I can't really move forward too much with it. But one of the kits I do need to get relatively soon. Because that I need the dimensions. Could be interesting.
Bit of research then.
Yeah, to whom that doesn't do research, the joys. But no, it will need it because it's from the research I've already done, it's a certain moment in time I want to try and depict. It will involve a little bit of imagination and freedom, I think, because it's not, although the story's sort of there, it's sort of not. So it's a lot of interpretation that can go on. So that's pretty cool.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, it'd be interesting to do. Anyways, look at that. We started this podcast saying to each other, we didn't really know what we're going to talk about, but we managed for 53 minutes. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, I could carry on talking if you want me to. I got some plans for the shed to coming up.
What are you going to do the shed?
Well, I've been promising to move this desk out, this big wooden one that you can just about see here. That was on the TV show, and I've been promising to move it to move it to M4H HQ, so we can use it there. Because it's too big for this shed, and I want to have something smaller and a bit more better. So, but I need to clear that off completely, and the only way you can clear that off completely is if you have no models and stuff on it. So once I've got these Rubicon done, before I start the next thing, I'm gonna clear the desk off, clear all the stuff out of the drawers, someone very strong and help me get it out and then get it up to the unit, and then I can install essentially what was there before, just a plain table desk thing that goes right across, and then I can have more storage and bits and bobs. So that's a plan. Upgrade of my, or probably actually it won't be a downgrade because I'll probably have less storage, but it's too big. It needs to be changed. So that's going to happen. It's exciting.
Amazing.
Amazing.
It'll get used at HQ anyway, won't it? So
yeah, absolutely. And it's one of those up down desks.
Yeah.
So which I can't really do in here because I'm afraid it's going to rip the shed apart.
Yeah.
It catches on like all the wood plinths and stuff like that, and it'll just rip the roof off as it goes up. So
yeah,
very careful.
Yeah,
and
funny enough, Go on.
It's got buttons on it, so you can preset. So if I accidentally, in the middle of airbrushing, because it's over there, if I accidentally press this 4, it goes to full extension, and we'll just take the shed out. So worried about it. Go on. What were you saying?
Yeah, no. Funny enough, I was watching a YouTube video yesterday, where they upgraded their hobby room, and that sort of desk was one of the things in which they were talking about. So it appeals to me, and the thought of, but it basically was, I can't remember the name of the channel. It was something Brushes, I think, Mr. Brushes or something like that. But he's a figure painter, and he was explaining about, he sits there with his elbows on the table and doing his figures, which is obviously can create a bit of back problem, but he can do that by raising the desk up and makes his back straight, still sitting in his chair, or he can stand up and do it, which I think, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I like the idea of them, definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, any road up. Thank you everybody for tuning in and listening. This is going to round up this episode. Thank you again, although I know we said it, but thank you again for everybody that listens and has got involved with the 48 and 48. I really, really appreciate it. If you wish to, of course, and you haven't done this already, you can still donate by going to the web page for the event, which is all the W's, 48-48.org, and press the donate button. And you've got 2 options there. You can add a donation if you wish to. That would be very nice if you did. But that's it from me. Anything from yourself?
Not at all. Have a lovely couple of weeks, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, we'll see you all soon. Take care.
Bye.